Hello everyone, Angry here. I'm coming to you live via the battle room here in Houston, Texas. And even though this video is being pre-recorded and I will be posting it as soon as I finish it, a lot of the things that I'm going to be talking about on this video really hit close to home. I've seen a lot of true friends on Facebook and other social media sites who have sounded the alarm as much as I have, if not more. And there's a few of them that I think could sound the alarm more, but due to reasons beyond their control, they're unable to do so. And it's nothing against them or anything like that. It's just their situation. Many of us are suffering financially. Many of us have been beaten down to the point where we can't even absorb one more punch without being pretty much knocked completely unconscious. But there's many of us out here that no matter what it takes, no matter what we have to endure, we're going to stay the course. We're going to continue the fight until that very last heartbeat, very last breath, very last drop of blood. Not long ago, I saw a video, actually it was a news report, where Donald J. Trump met with Henry Kissinger. Now, a lot of people might say, well, why did he meet with Henry Kissinger? Well, I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I'm not sure what happened in that meeting. I'm not sure what was said. But I find it kind of strange that he would be so willing to meet with one of the establishment's choir boys. One of the establishment's top dogs. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying Donald Trump sold out, because I don't know. And I pray that is not the case. And I pray that my fears of maybe something happening to Donald Trump in that meeting is just a conspiracy theory that hasn't been verified. But I think while we need to give Donald J. Trump the opportunity to run this country for the next 4 years, at the same time, as much as I am willing to give him that 4 years, we need to be mindful. We need to do what Reagan once said, trust, but verify. Folks, I've said this time and time again, and I'll shout it at the top of my lungs from the rooftops to the mountaintops, to the lowest valleys, until the day God calls me home. No man, no governmental entity, no governmental agency, only God himself through his Son, Jesus Christ, will be able to save what is about to be poured out upon the United States and the world. Because folks, for so long, the United States and many parts of this world have been bullying other countries. They've been slapping these countries around, pushing them, making them adhere to their desired agenda. I mean, just think about it, folks. Egypt, Libya, Iraq, and the list goes on and on and on. But now it's coming back home, folks. It's coming back to the good old USA. We as American citizens are enduring more financial hardship, strife, racial division, and outright hatred than we have at any point in our history. There's an old saying, if Martin Luther King were to know what is going on today, he would be turning over in his grave. So would our forefathers be turning over in their grave. Is America perfect? Has America always been perfect? Never has been. And until God comes back, and at that point America will not exist as a country, because God will take over and there will be no more countries. But not in the history of the world has any country experienced such treason, such racial division, such outright hatred and immorality as the United States of America. And I know there's going to be some of you that might sound off and say, well, what about Rome? What about Greece? What about this country or that country? Well, what about it? You know, the Bible describes an end-time country as Mystery Babylon. And if you go to Revelation and read about Mystery Babylon, the description of Mystery Babylon pretty much describes one country as a whole. And that country that it describes is none other than the United States of America. Now, don't get me wrong, I love America. I'm a proud American. But America truly is Mystery Babylon. Because the world has become rich off of our trade. They have enjoyed the pleasures of this country, as well as the immoral things that we have given as well. Pornography, sex trade, gambling, and the list goes on and on and on. Folks, America truly is Mystery Babylon. And just as Revelation says, we will be destroyed. We will be brought down by the king of the north, none other than Russia, and the king of Russia, Vladimir Putin. Do I want it to happen? Do I pray that it happens? Surely not. As a United States Army veteran and proud American patriot, the last thing I want to see is war upon American soil. But we as a nation have brought it up on ourselves, not the American people, the government of our country. And sadly, our brave men and women of the Army, Navy, Air Force, and Marines are the pawns in this scheme. It goes back far beyond 7 years, but in the last 7 years, the role of America has went from liberator to bully. From a country that stood for justice, freedom, and liberty, to a country that no longer rewards friendship and who bullies anyone who stands against them and their agenda. And Obama's agenda is complete nullification, or I should say Muslimification of the world. So folks, we have a choice. And we got a very short time to decide where we want America to go forward into the next 4 to 8 years. Do we want Hillary Rodham Clinton or Bernie Sanders? I sure pray that neither one of those get elected. I pray that Donald Trump will be the one that leads this country into the next 4 to 8 years. But be mindful as well, because we don't know what really happened in that meeting with Henry Kissinger. We don't know if maybe he went behind the closed doors and they knocked him out and replaced him with someone else. We don't know. But we really need to be observant. We need to be mindful and watch the situation as it unfolds in November. And if we see that the things that Donald Trump promised the American people to vote him in as president are not being implemented, such as the wall and the freeze on Muslim immigration and other things that benefit America and make America and those true friends and allies of the United States stronger, then it's time for us to do what we as a nation and people should have done a long time ago, and that's rise up and take a stand to defend our country. Because folks, if we allow the United Nations to absorb us into their agenda, I pity America. I pity the world. Because make no mistake about it, even though America will fall, and it will fall, those true Christians and true freedom-loving American patriots will stand in opposition to this treasonous, terroristic agenda. Many of us will fall, but make no mistake about it, in the end, we will all be there to witness complete and total accountability of all those that stood against God and His commandments. God bless you. God bless our troops. God bless my fellow veteran, patriot, and Christian brothers and sisters. But most importantly, may God bless the United States of America and the world. And may He protect it from what is about to come. Angry Patriot out.